Okay, so hello and welcome to Warhammer 2 Total War. We're going to be starting a new campaign tonight. Have some thought over it. And we're going to be playing as a faction which I've been meaning to have a look at for a while. We're going to be playing as the Dread King and the Dread King Legions. From what I understand, the Dread King is a character taken from... Oh, what's it called? Is it called Dark Omens? It's like the sequel to Shadow of the Horned Rat. Servant of Nagash. He's a spooky lich, undead type character. This is a faction added by Ovian Lost Factions. And we'll start in the Great Mortis Delta in the Black Pyramid of Nagash. Let's see. Faction effects enables recruitment of certain vampire count units. Yes, I believe we have a similar makeup to Ark in the Black. Minus 50% relations with Tomb Kings, plus 20 relations with vampire counts, plus 10 Winds of Magic Power Reserve. Vampire Corruption does not affect public order. And we have plus 6 melee attack for Dread Legion units, plus 15% physical resistance for Dread Legion units, plus 6 melee defense for Dread Legion units, and plus 3 Vampire Corruption. Here's some of the Dread Legion units. We'll see more of them when we get into the campaign. We also have Hex Race and Tomb Guard Hellbuds. So let's start off with it. The Dread King has arisen through the aid of his unwitting servant, the Necromancer Gunther Larnscheld. He has now raised a mighty army and seeks to spread darkness to the four corners of the world and usher in a new age of dread. Doing Nagash's bidding. I don't know how he'd fit in with the whole Arkan thing over there as well. They have kind of the same goal, but I suppose they're kind of opposed. I don't know. I don't think the Dread King's a character which has shown up in later lore. Out of Dark Omens, so I could be wrong on that. I know really very little about him. Actually, pretty much nothing. All that I know about him is pretty much from Ovian Lost Factions. So the mod's educating me. It's not difficult to educate me. On Warhammer lore, there's just so much of it. Any other time I've played as a character like this, I've always done Ark in the Black, because I like his start. Another mod which I want to do a bit of sometime. Okay, here we go. So here we start like Pyramid of Nagash. We have the Dread King, who looks pretty nifty, as he's black armor with this teal colored, like markings on it, and a neat helmet. It's also got quite a few abilities. Ancient Necromancer. A powerful practitioner of necromancy, writing the book known as the Grimoire Necros, which allowed his ascension to undeath. He can summon Overcast spell Raise Dead upgraded. Summons a unit of skeleton warriors. Okay. Oh, I see. We don't get... Okay, we don't get the Lore of Nagash here. We have Lore of Death. With this, Raise Dead upgraded, +1 for Raise Dead and Raise Dead upgraded, yes, okay. We use that an extra time. And we get Ushabti Summoner. Which I guess is like the one which the Tomb Kings get. Mighty Warrior. +8 armor piercing weapon damage, +5% speed, +20 bonus versus infantry, +10% weapon strength. Lord of the Undead. +8 leadership for our skeleton units. +6 melee attack for Shabti. plus 4 melee defense for all melee units, plus 6 melee defense for a Shabti, and plus 25% ammunition for skeleton archer units. All armies faction wide. That's pretty nice. Dark Lord of Nagash. It seems like we actually get at least 2 Lore of Nagash spells. Or what's it called? Lore of Nehekara spells here. Plus 30 diplomatic relations with Tomb Kings. Yeah, just gaze in Nagash. Dread Aura. I've seen this ability before. This is quite neat. The Dread King's name was derived from a powerful aura that surrounded him at all times. Only the mightiest of beings could face him without physically shaking or panicking. Most would be frozen in fear or outright flee. So it gives him plus 7 leadership, plus 9 armor for all melee infantry units in his army, plus 9 melee defense for all melee units in his army, plus 5 melee defense for Tomb Guard units in his army. Does that stack? Do they get plus 9 and then another plus 5 on top of that? For Tomb Guards, that is. Plus 5% weapon strength for Ushabti and Ushabti Greatbow units. But the main thing is the Dread Aura ability, which is a constant area of effect ability, 10 meter range, where it lowers leadership by minus 28. That is really high. When we get up to level 14, that would be something to make fun use of. Gets a zombie dragon as a mount. Which, does that actually get... This Cloud of Flies ability, I think that's just lowers melee, that lowers melee attack. Tyrant, embalmed in elixir, ceremonial bandages, that's all the same. We get to choose from some of the Tomb King gods. We also have this here, which... This is one of our items. Okay. Soul Reaper. Claiming the souls of the living trapped inside the sword, once filled, allows the summoning of great warriors. Plus 10 armor piercing, plus 12% weapon strength, and also summons Black Grail Knights. For 90 seconds. On ground. Recharge if engaged in melee. Plus 10% vigor, plus 20% vigor. Okay. Interesting. Does that summon a unit of Black Grail Knights? I know we can recruit Black Grail Knights. There's a building which allows us to do that, I'm pretty sure. Tomb Strike. Desert Strike. That's nice to have. Because of the increase to our stats with that. Purple Sun of Zeros. Earthing. Magic Resistance. Arcane Conduit. I think that's usual Tomb Kings lineup for Red Tree. And down here we have the usual stuff for the Blue Tree, I think. Yep. Okay. We have 2 points to spend. What do I want to put them in? I think I'll put them in that and that. Plus 5 leadership for our skeletons early on will be useful. And Spirit Leech to take out the enemy lords a bit more easily. There we go. Oh, what's our... Oh yes, we saw that. Disciple of Nagash. That's his ability. We have no items. And we have these units. Dread Legion. Great weapons. How similar are they to Tomb Guard? So here's some Tomb Guard. These guys have halberds, not great weapons like these guys. But if we see, they have less units in the squad. Tomb Guard have 90, these guys have 75. But they have 50 more armor, plus 10 leadership, the same speed, plus 15 melee attack. Which is that from our ability? Okay, so it's like plus 9 melee attack plus the ability on top of it. Less melee defense. But that's because I have a great weapon and not a halberd. So 34 melee defense. 55% weapon strength with armor piercing. How much is that armor piercing? 40 armor piercing. Nice. And 14 charge bonus. Which, you know. They also have 15% physical resistance. They cause fear. They're undead. Apparently we do take the benefits of Realm of Souls. So we're a Tomb King's faction. We also have the Books of Nagash up here. Which we can get 8 of them? We can't get the 9th one because I think Arkan's holding onto that one. And he won't let go of it, so.
Do you need fresh troops?
Here's a character which I think... I don't know whether we get more of these. This is Gunther Larenschild. Is that the same name as was said in the, loading screen? Anyway, he's a Necromancer, even though it says Lich Priest over here. He has the Lore of Nagash, which is very useful. It means we can cast Invocation of the Heck on our undead, which is something the Tomb Kings don't usually get. He's also got this. What's this? Lingering Essence. Larenschild resurrected the Dread King in exchange for immortality, and he received it in a way. However, it came in a different form than he expected. Oh, okay. If he dies, it summons a mighty wraith when the unit dies. Okay. So he comes back as a wraith when he dies. That's neat. I'm going to guess he's immortal? We don't have immortality up here. Gunther Larenschild. Yeah, his name's... No, hang on. Larenschild. No, that's the same. Maybe I just read it wrong. Has awoken one of Nagash's most loyal lieutenants, the Dread King, in exchange for eternal life. Now he has received the promised reward. Even in death, his spirit will not leave the mortal world. So it seems like he's immortal, because that gives him -2 turns to being wounded. What's this? Death from Beyond. Hail of Skulls. A bombardment. Okay. Luther the Hunchback. Luther is Larenschild's faithful servant. He excels at ambushing, supporting his master to get rid of pesky adventurers and keeping his master safe from daggers in the dark. Neat, that gives him physical resistance. Ambush success chance plus 20%. Very nice to have along with your main lord, yeah. Master of the Dead. Passive ability. Yeah, that's the usual one which the Necromancers get. Grave Ward. This is different. Interesting. He's got bonuses here for his ghost form. Without the limitations of a body, Larenschild is a much more competent fighter in death than he ever could be in life. Plus 12 melee defense and offense and attack. Vengeful Haunting. Larenschild's ghost haunts the living, stalking the enemy's soldiers. Bonus of versus infantry plus 8, weapon strength plus 15. Life-destroying haunting. Bonus versus large and weapon strength plus 15. Necromantic Spectre. What's this give? Abilities. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Nagash allows Larenschild's spirit to channel the winds of magic, enabling him to keep casting spells even in his ghost form. It says abilities. Does that mean he's just a spellcaster when he gets these skills? Or does that mean he has, like, limited casts of Curse of Years? Because if they are abilities with, like, a number of times I can use it, that means they wouldn't cost Winds of Magic, I'm guessing. True Eternal Lich. No longer just a mere apparition, Larenschild's will remains after death and becomes much more powerful. Replaces Lingering Essence. Mind over body. Constant on self. Disabled if hit points greater than 10%. Transforms into an ethereal version of himself when health is low. Oh, neat. Okay. So he, like, turns into a spooky ghost when his hit points get too low. Wraith Lich. Master of the Dead in life, still Master of the Dead in death. Restores hit points. Enables overcasting for all spells of Larenschild's ghost form. Oh, it seems... Okay, there's spells then, are they? Wait, got Master of the Dead up there. Is that only for his main form, and then this gives it to him when he's in his other form? I suppose his other form counts as a completely separate unit, so that works. Indestructible Presence. Plus 10 leadership. Plus 20% ward save. Is that on top of the usual physical resistance that ethereal units would get? And change at will. May shed his mortal form at any time voluntarily to access his superior ghost form. Okay, neat. You could just swap to it whenever you want. I don't know whether that would mean he could swap back during the same battle. Probably not. Magical Animus. Plus 16 leadership. I'm going to put your point in Invocation of Neck, because that's going to be very useful. Oh, what's your ability? Eternal Rewards. Oh, yes, we saw that. Okay, so in the Pyramid of Nagash, you can see some of the new units we can get, built from the Ancient Burial Mound. Up here, we also have a Dread Centurion as a hero unit, which I think is pretty much a Tomb Prince. I don't know how different it will be, though. Direwolves, Criticals, X-Wraiths. We have Dread Legion with spears and shields. They're like undead hoplites from this image there. Dread Legion dual swords. Dread Legion archers. And Dread Legion with great weapons. We also have over here mummies. Helmet infantry. Barbed bodies. Which is interesting. And up here, we have Black Grail Knights. Which, I believe these were like a... I think these were like a boss unit or something like that in Dark Omens. We've seen Black Grail Knights previously playing as Musalon. In that, I think they're pretty much exactly the same as they are in Musalon. They're perfect vigor, they're a unit of 12. And magical attacks, they're bonus versus large. They're pretty good. They have the lance formation. And we also have... that's a bone giant, a skeletal giant. Hang on, what's this? I can't really remember what this is. Do I have a mod which adds a variant of the bone giant on there? Apparently this has a constant effect around it. Replenishes hit points, resurrects, heals, plus 10 leadership and plus 10% vigor. How about that? Like a moving corpse cart. Or a more mobile corpse cart. Oh, and we can build all the Dread King Legions units from our Pyramid of Nagash here. We also have this Vault of Nagash, which we'll probably want to build, because the Vampire Corruption won't be a problem for us, so it's only bonuses, which is quite nice. We already have walls. However, building that would mean that we would have a slower time leveling up our settlement. If I didn't build the ossuary. Or the growth chain. That gives us a garrison. Got a pretty hefty garrison. Sharp T, some Grave Guard, skeletons, skeleton archers, Screamy Skull catapults, and a captain there. We can do growth over here, can we? Yes, Worship of Tra. Sure, we'll do that. And... are we going to get public order bonuses from the corruption? I don't... Oh yeah, we do. Public order. Up to 20 based on percentage of vampire corruption present. Okay. Okay, so characters are causing all our vampire corruption. Does this building here cause vampire corruption? No. What buildings cause vampire corruption for us? Any? A lot of them cause untainted. It seems like just the Vault of Nagash. Okay. I'm gonna get a growth building there. You can hop in there. And who will we attack first? Restwood Sithans are over there. And... hang on. Are we at war with anyone? No. Okay, that's fine. Umas Qatar, Eternal Life. There's some vampire corruption over there. I might want to go against the Dune Kingdoms before they get too strong. Khemri... The Khemri might be the bigger threat. What can we recruit? Red Legion dual swords, spears, some mummies, unit of Ushabti, and then skeletons. Okay. I'll just move you into the settlement. Get these, get that, and I'm going to recruit... How much of an anti-large bonus do you have? 14. We'll just get skeletons, spears. And we'll stop. Let's see. Which one of these would be the most useful? I think this one for the public order +2. Okay, enter. I think the Black Tower of Nagash would also be useful, because I think that building gives us more magic. And it's another capital, and it's right there. So maybe we'll go for that. Ooh, what's this? Hand of Nagash. Capture and occupy the following settlement, Morgheim. Okay, we have a task. Our agents have recovered the corpse of the Hand of Nagash from Kislev. Very little remains after he was slain by the magical sword Grudgebringer. If we were to retake Morgheim and recover certain artifacts, we may be able to resurrect the hand. Morgheim's just up here. Yeah. The Marshes of Madness. What do we get? Orb of Chalcedon? A powerful weapon to be used against the undead, though its twisted malevolence torments its wielder with visions of impending undeath. Plus 10% weapon strength and fighting against vampire counts, vampire coast, and tomb kings. Well, that's neat. And Blade of Malach. Forged by Malach the Cruel, this sword easily dispatches the undead. Not that the living shouldn't fear it too. Enables sundering attacks. Ooh, neat. Resurrection of the Hand. We may have failed once, but we will not fail again in bringing our fellow disciple back from the grave. Okay. Well, considering that, we might just go for that. Unless... this is still tempting. It's quite weak at the moment. Wheeze. Okay, I think everything else is pretty much the same. Items we can rebuild, they all seem to be the same as the Tomb Kings. We have rights. They seem to be all the same. Yep, okay. Ooh. Casket of Souls are very nice. being Tomb Kings, we're not going to be having to worry about upkeep, but we're going to be wanting a large amount of income because it means that we can, you know, spend it more on developing. Can I build another army right from the get-go? No, we can't. We have these new generals here, Lich generals. I don't know how they're different. I want this one with Dread Incarnate. -4 enemy leadership and causes terror, on top of the bonus he can eventually get. Octum would be really useful. Okay, build up that, and I think we'll go and attack Rakoff Dynasty, get the Black Tower of Nagash, and then we might move up north. Might have to fight against oh, what's his name over here? Wait, isn't there supposed to be a Book of Nagash wandering around over here? Oh, Dorf. Pilgrims of Myrmidia. White Tower of Hoeth. Exotal. Ortgin, Wraithbringer of Ashkenesh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's usually... Isn't Eyes of the Jungle usually wandering around over here? I suppose that one was moved because it's so close. Okay. Hop out. Move over here. What's your army look like? Spears. Your garrison? Yeah, pretty small. I'm gonna get the skeleton warriors, actually. They're going to be a bit more useful in a infantry smash up. Though, we can also resurrect our units, so that gives us quite an edge over the Tomb Kings. Okay. You haven't built walls? Good. Declare war on you. Let's go get this. I feel pretty confident about taking this. We don't have a siege attacker. Well, if you attack us on the land, then hang on. Isn't that the location of one of the books? Maybe it's just... okay. Might just be lingering under the... Oh, well. But it's not there anymore. Perfectly fine. We could also get a Casket of Souls. Do I want that? Actually, I can't recruit it into my army because it's a regiment of renown. If I left... I'll hold off on doing that. If I had stayed over here, cast the, right, then I'd have been able to get the, thingy in my army, Casket of Souls, which would have been allowed us to siege this settlement in the same turn, but oh well. Looks like we're gonna have to smash apart a bunch of skeletons. Oh, Nehekara, the land of just thousands of skeletons. Early battles is just smashing them together, which is fun in its own way. You get large battles and there's a lot of corpses left afterwards, which we can we take advantage of that? Can we resurrect them? We'll go for these guys first. Knock them out. One unit of bowmen. No. Actually, we've got two, because we've got the other fancier ones, don't we? Oh no, these aren't archers. I thought they were archers. I thought they were holding a bow in their image there. They're actually halberds. I've got some fools. The Dread King and Gunther. Yes. Okay, we'll just bunch you all up together. And you. Okay, let's have a look at our units. Our guys actually do look a little different from the normal Tomb Kings. You see our skeletons, they have unique shields. They have like poplons, which is neat. With like bull heads and scorpions on them. There's our mummy units. They have bandages all over them. They look pretty cool. I like them. Especially with the contrast between the mummified skin underneath. Arrow Sharpty, they look the same. These are our Tomb Guard. They have the same shields. Looks neat. I like that. Our ghouls. They're an interesting, like, greeny blue color. I rather like that. Our spears. Is our what I call Dread Legion was dual swords. They look pretty neat with their armor. Black with the green edging. Like recolored Blood Knight's armor. Has some arrows and such sticking out of them. Then we've got the ones with the great swords. Oh, okay. They've got the Dark Elf swords. Yeah. Ah. And then we've got the ones with the spears and shields. Cool. They do look intimidating. As they stand there shaking. Archers. Yeah, even the they're like a mixture of like the Tomb King's units. And the breastplates and the helmets are from the Vampire Count's Undead. Dread King. Do like the look of him. It's very Lich King. But hey, you know. Or I suppose Witch King? Lord of the Rings? Lord of Warcraft? Whichever one. It looks cool though. I like his sword. And Gunther. Ooh. Yeah. He actually looks quite normal for a Necromancer. With a very shiny robe. Oh, it's got like web patterns on it. Neat. Oh, even his cape's got some like geometric patterning on it. Okay. Hang on. There's supposed to be two separate groups. Why are you all one? There we go. Okay. Move up here. Charge there. Charge them. I want you to be like there. You to be there. Move up. Charge them. Honk. Yeah, Shabti are going to give us a big benefit in this battle. Yeah, mummies attack those. You skeletons come around the edge. How fast are the mummies actually? 24, so they're slower than normal units. 28. They also have this ability I didn't look over. Curse of the Mummy. What's this do? 15 seconds. Lowers weapon strength and increases fatigue. Base weapon damage minus 20%. Armor piercing missile damage minus 20% and minus 20% vigor. Okay. They also have the fire weakness minus 40%. They cause fear. 40% physical resistance. And they're anti-large. What's their anti-large? 5. Okay. That's not as much as I thought it would be, considering the spears have, what? 14. How much do the, Elbert Tomb Guards have? 19. How do they compare stat-wise? They have 42 weapon strength, so they do deal quite a bit more. There's 30 less in a squad. They only have 15 armor, but they have high physical resistance. Okay, okay. How much do you have? You have armor piercing. Yeah, 6.
At once.
Okay. What's affecting you? Oh, the Realms of Souls. So is this... How does this, penalty affect you? Oh, it's like... As long as you're in melee with them? Or something? It would be nice if it said how it activates. Is it on attack? Is it like a poison? I guess it's a poison. Okay. Spread you out a bit more. I'm gonna be filling up my Dread Legion with
You serve me.
arrows. Damn it. And I'm pretty sure I can't cast Invocation of Nehek on my Ushabti because they're constructs, they're not undead. Or I could, but it would be a waste. Okay. Go up here. There's quite a lot of you dudes over there. Go around here. I want you to attack them. I'm gonna need some necrotechs to help with my constructs if I want to be making use of them. Okay. Move up. I want you to come around here and then attack them. You could probably go and attack him. How do you compare? You do have better stats overall to him. You have slightly lower melee defense. Oh no. Very well. How do you like your steak? That'll be another benefit we get later on, being able to summon units on the battlefield. Units of zombies and skeletons and all that. How's your battle going? Oh, it's a cake.
It is well.
Where? Oh, he's dead already. Yeah, I think he is. Yep. Okay, move up to here. You come around over to here.
Yes.
Yes! Charge in. And again. Turn around. These terror-causing units would be more useful if you weren't fighting against the undead. But still pretty nice to have. Charge into the rear there. Also, just the oomph that the unit of Hex Race gives us. That charge is very nice. Does that heal you? It seems like it actually does heal the Ushabti. Huh. Well, okay. Oh, and they're falling away. Good. Before my Ushabti died. Oh, we lost a unit of spearmen, but that's fine. Ugh. Pretty good. I mean, they just were skeletons. And the Black Tower of Arkan is ours. Now, do I want to move and take more settlements here? There is, what's his name? Let's just occupy it. Actually, no, hang on. The Lizardman character is further down. Over here. Soren, you want a non-aggression pact. You're at war with the Dune Kingdoms. Sure. A trade agreement was just too much. It was too far. Okay. Okay. Tomb Prince, a Necrotect, and a Lich Priest. Do we actually get Lich Priests? Guess so. Do I want a Necrotect? Tomb Prince. I always take the Lich Priest because more spellcasters is useful. What do we get? Lore of Death. Okay. I mean, it's useful. It's not a spellcaster. You can get Ray's dead. Being able to summon a unit of zombies is nice. You can get Ancient Necromancer. Summon a unit of skeleton warriors. Actually, do you get that as ability? Yes, you do. Okay. Yeah, that'll be nice. We can recruit these wherever we want. And this structure increases our capacity for them. Recruitment of Dread Centurions. Oh, yep, that's that. What have we got here? Open graves. Okay. Yeah, we don't get the Nehekaran skeleton warriors. We get Vampire Count skeleton. Grave Guard. We get Tomb Guard with helpers. Some fellbats would be nice. Or even some direwolves. I'm going to remove this building. Do we get... Yeah, we get skeletons from that. Okay. I'll just... Ooh, actually. Get another unit of archers. I want to upgrade this. Sure. I'm going to move you up here. I want to see what Cetra's up to. Okay, he's just sitting in Khemri. I was going to say we could possibly take Khemri, but the garrison in Khemri is quite large. If I moved from Black Tower of Archon, Pools of Despair up there. Okay. Interesting. Chevaliers de Lyonesse has taken Bel Aliad. There's also El Kalabad here, which is held by Caliphate of Araby. I don't think you're too friendly with Cetra. Well...
Cetra does not serve.
Let's see what you think of each other. Oh, really? Okay. El Kalabad, I think that ends up with a large garrison in it from a building. If I get Pools of Despair, we'll knock out the Rakas dynasty. Ooh, and I could also get that Casket of Souls. 5,000. Do I want to get that now? Sure. I think it will be more useful to have this than it will. Okay, you can wander over here, and I'll have you join up with this army. And I think we'll march up there to get that. I don't want to be stuck in just the Black Pyramid. We need to expand and have more income. And also before the other Tomb King factions start getting multiple armies. I am going to get here... Skaven Corruption. 25%. 0.25. Okay. So that means there is a undercity somewhere in a neighboring province. Over here? Down there? It might be down there, actually, because that's ruins. I don't know what Skaven settlement would be down there. If we leave, public order is going to be pretty terrible. Do I want to build the public... Sure. Okay, move up here. Enable replenishment. You can move over to here. Let me just check you. Do you have any unique abilities? No. Okay. Oh, and what heroes can we get? We can't really see. Okay. Can you help the Caliphate?
The Creator God blesses
Yes, hello humans, how's it going? Non-aggression pact, and you demand 100. No. All life must pay fealty to the Lord of Undeath. Maybe we won't have to do anything about Araby. They're kind of having problems with Bretonia. Okay, move up there. What can you do? Hinder replenishment. What about against their damage of building? Eh. Do I want to... I'm not going to... Okay. I'm going to force march you all the way up there. We're not going to get that extra Ushabti back, but I want to get this before he gets too much more in his army. Speed is of the essence. And if we take Xandri up here, maybe then we can turn around and attack Khemri. Do I want to fight against Araby or Bretonia? We have more anti-large options. Master of the Dead. Okay, go up to here. Circle. Get our Lich Priest. Also, this means that our Lich Priest, we can get a, no, never mind. I thought they could get a, Casket of Souls as a mount. I was wrong. Really? You see this army here? How much it's better than yours? Come on, game. Oh well. Didn't I get another unit of archers? Oh no, because I demolished the building. That's why I had the extra slot in my army for the Lich Priest. I was thinking, I don't remember disbanding one of my spears to make room for him. Damn it, Renald! Okay, stretch along there. Stretch along there. Spears. You. Ushabti. You go there. You go over there. You can go there. There we go. That's fine. And we'll just wait for their armies to move to us because we have the ranged advantage. Yep. Whoa. I'd prefer if you didn't attack those archers. Attack those spears. There's a nice group of them over here. Hang on. Did I just tell you to stop attacking? Nope. Good. Bam! Or when we get like Wind of Death or something. Oh man. Oh, we'll be fighting tougher things by that point, I think. I get all excited and I'm like, oh right. It takes time for these things. Oh, we can summon 7 units of zombies. Yeah, summon some zombies. I like their black and green clothes. I was thinking it would be neat if the zombies looked like mummies, but mummies are more powerful things in Warhammer, aren't they? Oh, look at the cavalry! They're like noodling their way through my lines. Stop that. That's cheating. Oh AI. Your unerring nature of just being able to do that is... it is a constant vexation unto me. Okay, fight them. Where's their lord? Oh, their lord is a unit, is it? No, there he is. Pretender King, your reign will end. Blarg. Okay, good. You dealt with those, that cavalry. Where was that lord again? Over there. Can you stop attacking my great swords units with your friggin' anti-infantry? Shoot them! Alright. Yeah, you can summon a unit of zombies as well, why not? And cast another soul leech on him. We just ignore I was trying to cast it on my own lord. Kick. Booyah! Poke. I kind of wish there was a bit more of a, I don't know, proud stance they could take when they're standing there during a battle, rather than sort of hunched over like that. That looks pretty cool. Get to see his armor all, and his nifty rune sword. Okay, is he dead yet? Nearly. Come on. Blah. Not yet. Blah. There we go. Look. Chop, chop, chop. Wham! And they're dead. My hex phrase just charged into where the skeleton archers were. Fantastic. They got 24 kills. That was against the cavalry though. I think that yeah, I think that Casket of Souls is paying for itself already. 434 kills. It's full. And they fire in an arc too, so you can shoot them over walls. They're not quite mortars though, because the arc sort of goes up and then it levels out. But just occupy. There we go. Okay, we've got 2 of these. Gonna be +8. Ah, that's pretty good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Going down to 6. It's gonna give us +2 positive. Sure. You can get... Actually, kind of think of Dread Aura along with Doom and Darkness. Oh man, -28 plus -16. Oh yeah, just like tank people's leadership by like 44 points. I'll go for that. -44 leadership during a battle. That's just... If we fight the living... Get replenished troops. So what can we do from here? That's not their capital. Do I want to fight against all of you right now? Xandri is held by top dots. I'd kind of like to take Sudenburg. It's another capital. Having 3 right next to each other would be pretty nice. And there's also over here, Jaluk Oasis. Okay. End turn. When we get that research done, I'll build up another army. It'll most likely be, well, mostly skeletons, also filled up with whatever remaining units I can recruit. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Oh, now you want a trade agreement. Non-aggression pact 2. Thank you. 1 turn makes all the difference. Let's make buddies with the vampire counts. If they will... If the undead factions will declare fealty to me, then so be it. If they won't, then they will be tossed aside. Gunther, what do I want from you? Get Invocation of Nehek raided. I'm tempted to send you over to Aachen. I would like to team up with Aachen, if that's possible. He's a happy chap. Yeah, I'm going to disband you two and recruit you two. Actually, how much at threat am I of these guys? Oof, jeez. Yeah, okay, we might have to deal with Cetra earlier than I thought, because that's minus what, 50? Yeah, Ruler's Prejudice is minus 50. Aversion is minus 10. I mean, Tomb Kings hate us. Actually, yeah, it's all the same. All hate us as amount. Okay. Counter Tlaqua. Khemri did just take that. I could swoop in and deal with Cetra while they're injured from taking that settlement. I don't think I'll be fast enough. I'm going to need another 2 turns to get up there. Yes, I need to know about those beastmen. Can you have a look up there? Okay. Okay, hold off on that. Hey, look, you're gonna hate us even more. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I recognize no rulership over these lands except for my lord, Nagash. What's this? That's not too useful to me. This would be more, but I need need to build a citadel before I can get that one. Oh, Cetra, where are you going? Lad. I feel ignored. User remains. So what's he got? A War Sphinx, these 2 chariots, some Tomb Guard, skeletons. But his army is actually tired currently. Hey, Cetra! Sup? Yep, okay. That's pretty easy, it's just a bunch of undead. A bunch of skeletons. Temporary War Sphinx is a little bit of a worry. If I had Lore of Nehekara... No. Which one am I thinking of? The, Tomb King's Lore. Which can give you armor piercing on, bows. That's really good, I find, against, constructs. Damn it, Reynold! Just wants me to work for it every time. Okay. That's fine.
The Grail worships me.
Go there. You go there. You go there. You go there. You go there. And you lot. I suppose you can fight against the chariots. Oh, yeah, the chariots. Okay. Chances are they're going to charge me. I'm going to want to protect my archers and my Casket of Souls. I put these like here. And these here. We'll box up a little bit around them. Just because I have only got the 1 unit of cavalry. Okay. I don't want to, I can't control the, cavalry as much as I would want. They have 2 units of cavalry. I can catch one of them, but the other one's going to be all... Good, that was a good hit. Shoot them. I wish you could say, like, shoot this once, shoot that once, shoot that once, shoot that once, or something. So they jump between units, but... Moo! Hey, I said another unit, not that one. I said that one. Why do you attack the same unit twice? We have Doom and Darkness. Though I can't overcast it. Okay, charge those chariots. Summon some zombies. Summon some more zombies. The zombies are there just to mess up their lines a bit. Clump them together. Okay. Oh, Sharp T, hop out of there. I want you to cast that on Cetra. Good, those chariots are dead. go up here.
Unliving king.
We're gonna have another Spirit Leech. Charge them. Wham! Good shot. Attack those guys over there. Okay, hop around the edge. Okay, hop in there. Another Spirit Leech on Cetra. Charge down here. Those damn chariots! Well, actually, you charge that. Good. Hop out, hop out, hop out. Chase them down. Shoot over there now. Where's Cetra? Is he dead? Cetra's dead. Good. Or incapacitated. Good. The chariot's dead. Don't chase after them. Come around. Go over there. I want you to heal my Hex Wraiths. Okay. Hop out. Come on. Some of them there. You can stop shooting. That War Sphinx dead? Yes, it is. And their army is crumbling. Good. Blur. Plop. Close victory. Oh, please. 383 kills for the Casket of Souls again. Oh. 50 kills for their War Sphinx. 8 kills for Cetra. How embarrassing. Ah. And we get the trait for killing Cetra now, so yay. I think after this we'll turn around and go get Xandri, then I suppose since we're at war with Khemri, now we'll probably go and lay siege to Khemri? That garrison there though. Sure. Bind Souls. -3 public order and charge bonus +15. Move you over here, just into my region. Ooh, you got rather badly injured. That Spirit Leech. I'm going to get the Curse of Undeath on you. Or healing. You can get... Do we have things here which improves our... I'm guessing Unfading Memory benefits our Legion, Red Legion units. Because it says all melee units. Sure, get another point in Ancient Necromancer. And I want Ushabti Summoner, please. That means we can summon 2 units of Ushabti every battle. Be nice. Okay. In turn. Then we'll run up to Xandri, take it, go down to Khemri. I'll check how many turns I have till we can recruit another army. 2 more turns. Okay. Xandri was just taken. It doesn't have a garrison in it. Yep. I'll just run you up there and take Xandri. Should have recruited army in that time. End turn. How are we going for time? Okay, might go for another 15 minutes or so. Okay. Get Soul Blight on you. And go take Xandri. Yep. Just occupy. These pyramids are pretty good. But that will be something much later on. Yep. And recruit a unit of skeleton spears. Get a flock of chaff. No. I don't think that would be very useful. So let's see, the garrison of Khemri, what's their biggest weakness going to be? They've probably got another lord there already.
The Creator God blesses thee.
And he's probably building up a bit of an army. That means we're going to be dealing with more than just one army. More than just the garrison. Their leadership's not going to be just for the hero in there. Many bones and bodies. Because I want more magic. Okay, we'll get a Lich General. He has Spirit Leech. Oh, I don't have the one with chip. Boo! Master of the Black Arts. Having Spirit Leech will be nice on another lord. Okay. I guess you could just summon skeletons. What an army. What's your abilities? Barded Skeletal Steed, Dread Legion Chariot, Aura of Dark Majesty, Dark Pact, Brave Ward, Master of the Dead, Madness, Immortality and Death, Origin Traitor King. Okay. +8 melee defense, +12 melee attack, -25% fire resistance, +50% weapon strength, and my will be done. Gets a Khemri and War Sphinx. Okay. Origin Necromancer. Oh, I see. So you choose one of these. Right. Necromancers follow in the footsteps of Nagash, but none ever reached his mastery. For many, this pursuit ends in the service of Nagash, and for the most talented few, in lichdom. +15 wins of magic power reserve, -25% cooldown for Lore of Vampire spells. Yeah, Lore of Vampires, not Lore of Nagash. Sorry, I've been getting that wrong. -2 cost for Winds of Magic all spells. That's pretty nice. Invocation of Hecate. Overcast at 8. Disciple of Nagash. Through his disciples, Nagash increases his influence on the world of the living, and where Nagash has influence, the dead will not find any rest. Cursed Lands. Direct damage. Target enemy in 10,000 meters. Cannot target if undead, flying, hit points greater than 20%. Unit is lord or hero, climbing or manning equipment or on a platform. Yeah, sure. Effect. Causes severe damage to combatants. Activates automatically when conditions are met. So when I cast it, for 10 seconds it deals severe damage to any living units on the ground. Okay. Oh, I think I see how this works, is it? Does it summon a unit? It's like a debuff to like... It's like a damage over time to all units on the map. That's pretty hefty. Hmm. But that summoned units degrade over time. Is that going to have a problem with the mod I have, which makes summons permanent? Because I'm thinking if it's like summoning an invisible unit, which has an effect which deals damage over time or something. General of the Legion. In life he marched ahead as one of the generals of the Dread Legion, and even in death the soldiers heed his commands. Allows you to get more Dread Legion units, that's pretty neat. Call the legions. Countless legions lay beneath the sands, waiting for Nagash or his servants to call them back to battle the living. Okay, 4 casts of a Call the Legions upgraded. Costs 18 winds of magic. Okay, and it summons a, I suppose, one of these Red Legion units. That's the same. Get Lore of Vampires. Red Tree seems the same. We do get Undeath Resurgent and Magical Animus. I think that's different from the Tomb Kings. Restless Dead, Immortal Horror. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you could just summon skeletons. Do I want to put that in there? I suppose you can make use of it at the moment. Okay. Have a level up over here. Gunther, he can get... I should start putting points into this, shouldn't I? Yes. Supernatural prowess. Oh, hang on. This is for ghost form. If he starts dying during... I mean, that's still useful. Do I want Winds of Death? Van Hels's Dance Macabre. I think Winds of Death is... Actually, no. Get Raised Dead level 2. Skeletons! And spend our money on... Proclamation of the Third Dynasty for Public Order +2. Is the main reason I was getting it. Since we're playing on hard difficulty, we have a -2, so being able to cancel that out early on will be pretty nice. There you go, their entry are destroyed. Is Araby actually pushing back against them? Good on you. Maybe. Can we get a non-aggression pact with you? No. We don't bargain with the undead. Damn it. Why not? Nobody wants to parley with the undead. Poor undead. Head down here. Up over here. Now, fine. Let's keep going. Okay. The garrison. What's it made up of? Tomb Guard, Skeleton Archers, Ushabti, 2 Screaming Skull Catapults, and 2 Prints. That's just going to be skeletons. Tomb Guard are a bit of a worry. Can I change this over to recruiting an extra unit? No, I can't. +1 recruit rank. That's kind of useless. That's not going to make the difference between a battle. 15 extra income? Sure. Can't make use of any of these because we don't have any of those units. Just get one of them, just so that we can get another army going up and going in 19 turns. There's another reason why you want to expand as the Tomb King is because every settlement you get lowers your research. Right. Every time you research one of the kingdoms, their research gets dropped by like 15 or 30%. So. Expanding your empire is important to keep it high. Yeah, it's -30 every time, for every one of these.
Only death awaits.
Okay, head to here. Oh, there's Cetra again. His Shrieking Blade. He has skeletal chariots again.
This is forbidden. Scrolls of power fester.
Can we ambush? What do I want with the magic? I mean, we dealt with you. We got rid of your Kemerian War Sphinx, so you're not going to have another one of those. Can recruit Screaming Skull Catapults. Only one, though. Might have some Skeletal Horsemen in your army. You do. Okay. You can just keep recruiting those skeletons. In turn. Now, are you going to detect me, come and attack me, or are you going to fall for my ambush? You're not going to do anything. Okay. Fantastic. If I could just sit here raiding your region or something. Can I do that? Some factions can't raid. Prove our cities. Yeah, I can raid. Actually, if I raided... Oh, no, it's not going to make any dent to your public order, because it's +17. I can move over here. Get 303 extra income.
Do not defy me.
I'll defy you all I want. You're not the boss of me. Hey, Sartosa. Actually. Yeah, I was going to say, you're probably not too much of a fan of the undead.
Don't you dare.
No. Myrmidons?
Message. Never.
Nope.
Ah, you seek out the Von Kath.
I mean, you just own that one region. Kind of a weak ally to have. Please don't tell me that Ark and the Black's being defeated.
Master,
Hmm.
no, I will not.
Okay. Chances are,
I do not serve.
probably attack me come the next turn. Got Savage Blow. Oh yeah, we all have that. Endless March. Oh, did you go out? I suppose he was injured because he defeated the orcs, which are up here.
Let's get one thing understood. I'm the boss here.
Yeah, non-aggression pact with you. Trade agreement? The omens are good, I accept. Fine. Orcs, a useful tool, nothing more. El hike, non-aggression pact. Trade agreement. My enemies are in agreement. Yay, income! Etc. is not going to be making friends with the other people.
I care not for your mortal concerns. Only what is right for my reign.
Yeah. It is King Tutankhamun.
My dynasty reigns supreme.
Also, Gravius Prospectors. Are you interested in anything?
Throng stands ready.
Non-aggression
Dig
pact?
on.
Nope. Okay. Ironclaw tribe is up there. Spider God thinks this is good. Good. Fine. Okay. I want to focus on getting rid of Cetra. And I think he's going to... He's probably going to attack me come the next turn. We are just one army, and he has two here. Plus, like, maybe an extra 4 or 5 units on top of that. Oh, he also has Tomb Swarm. Okay. Have a Citadel in there now, do they? No, they don't. Okay, fine, whatever. Anyway, I think we'll save it there and we'll continue with this next time, since I think they'll attack me come the next turn, so we'll hold it there. And we'll do that fight next time. Ugh, pretty good start so far. We've taken a bunch of settlements. We've dealt with one of the Tomb King's factions in Nehekara. We have allies, or at least non-aggression pacts with factions around us. There's a bit of a worry with Tic-Tac-Toe, but I've never really seen them expand. And then there's the Dune Kingdoms to the southeast of me, possibly worry. Sullenberg, maybe? I'm hoping Araby can hold off the Bretonians until I'm done with Khemri, and then we might go around that way, because I would like to make an alliance with Aachen. And then we'll go up to Wargheim, try and get the hand. And then what? I don't know. I'd like to say we could have make a goal of going towards Nagashazar. I might send an army off to there if I can spare one, but I would like to go up towards the Empire or something like that. Because fighting over near Nagashazar means that we're going to have to fight through dwarves and Skaven. Anyway, I'll give it some thought. And of course, it depends on how the campaign ends up going. But yes, thank you very much for joining, and I hope you'll join me again next time when we continue with this.